Ladies and gentlemen, as fun as it is to speculate and talk about rumors and try to figure out what we think is going on in 2024 with Nintendo and the Switch and the Switch 2, it's always better to get it directly from the source. And Nintendo has finally put out a statement for what their plans are in 2024, and I think it's quite telling and it's quite exciting. So let's go ahead and break it down. Even though it is now 2024 and the Switch is in its 7th year, it's still dominating. It's still so impressive how well this console is selling and has sold. And Nintendo has updated us on their plans for 2024. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would truly mean the world to me. And Tuesday and Saturday night right here on YouTube I stream, so you should come hang out sometime. But let's go and get right into it. So I have a couple articles we're going to go over today. We're just going to get right into it. This video might not be that long, but we're getting right to the point. Nintendo claims Switch is its main business entering 2024 as console clears 139 million units sold. This article is also going around on Twitter and people were like, look, Nintendo said it's their main focus in 2024, but people were like purposely leaving out a word or translating it wrong, and Nintendo is really saying it's their main business entering 2024. Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa again to decline comments on plans for its next generation console on Tuesday as the company shared its latest sales results. And if they want to push the Switch to the next spot, they wouldn't talk about the next Nintendo console because people would immediately just stop purchasing the Switch. The exec instead insisted that the current Nintendo Switch iteration, I can never say this word or read it right, so forgive me, would be Nintendo's main business heading into 2024. The company's plans for the next fiscal year will be shared at its next earnings briefings in May. This, in my opinion, will be right about the time they reveal this console, start the marketing for it, and we get a fall or a holiday release. Their current Switch has now cleared 139 million units. The company shared in its results for the 3 months ending December 31st, 2023. Do you guys know what that means? They have around 15 million units to go if it's to become Nintendo's best-selling hardware ever, beating the Nintendo DS. Outside of Nintendo consoles, only PlayStation 2 has outsold Nintendo Switch. Somebody shared on Twitter today, I was looking at it, and it was like all these videos that people had made right about the time the Switch was going to come out, and it was just so many videos saying that they were guaranteeing that the Switch was going to become a failure, and why everybody wanted to roast those takes. You have to remember what they were coming from. They were coming from the Wii U, and I feel like that was okay to kind of make those claims. It wasn't based off anything. It had kind of a foundation. Right now, I think Nintendo really does want to get up to that next spot. There is a rumored Nintendo Direct coming next week, and I'm wondering, are we going to see maybe a price drop finally on the Switch? Maybe some weird bundles, maybe something? That's the only way I think we could get that next big push. I think I made a video probably a month or two ago and I was saying I don't think the Switch will become the best-selling console of all time. But yeah, my mind has changed, and I think that's important when you make videos like I do, for your opinion to be able to change based on new information. But anyway, we have another huge update. It's official, Nintendo Switch is the best-selling hardware in Japan. In my opinion, before this, I would think it would be the DS? I'm just assuming. Well, it seems like the Famitsu total hardware count may have been a bit short because according to data from Nintendo's own financial report, Japan's total hardware count for the Nintendo Switch is now 33,340,000, making it the best-selling console of all time in that region. This puts the console roughly 350,000 units above the previous leader, the Nintendo DS. As for worldwide sales, however, the DS is still comfortable in the lead, blah blah blah, we just went over that. Even when the Switch 2 comes out, the Switch will still continue to sell. We'll obviously have price drops sometime this year, and it's actually really cool when they do like sales reports and they show you what consoles have been sold for the past couple months or whatever. It shows like Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo Switch, and it still shows like some random like 3DSs being sold in Japan because you can still buy them brand new there. So it's been what, 2013 since the 3DS came out, sometime around there. So the Switch will still continue to be sold in Japan, at least in stores, for the next 5-6 years minimum. So that this number will still go up. Over time, I think the Switch will probably become the best-selling console of all time. I think it's very important for Nintendo, and it feels like a revival. Like we're getting revenge on the failure that was the Wii U. It's like the Wii U was such a failure that the Switch has to come and avenge them. And how do you do that? Well, we have our worst failure, and then we have the best-selling console of all time. So it'd be cool. I don't think the Switch 2 will get anywhere close to what the Switch sales will be, because it's supposed to be like an evolution of the Switch and not an entirely new console. I still think it'll be insanely successful, and I think some of the games that we get for the next Nintendo console will be so freaking impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, this was just a quick update, but this is really cool, and it's very awesome to see Nintendo come back and get all these victories because of Wii U. Like, it's crazy to think it only sold like 13 million consoles or something, and Nintendo just has basically that much more to go to becoming almost the best-selling console of all time. Hopefully next week, if that Direct shows up, then we will get some information about what's going on this year, because nobody knows what's going on. So hopefully some cool games, maybe some new hardware. We'll see. Time will tell, right? Down below, let me know your thoughts and opinions as always. And if you want to keep up with me on social media, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I'd really appreciate it. And you guys know me. I'll see you soon with a new video. Peace out.